Yehovah Eloheinu Svaot. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Hear, O heavens, as I speak. Listen, earth, to the words of my mouth. May my teaching fall like rain. May my speech condense like dew, like light rain on blades of grass, or showers on growing plants. For I will proclaim the name of Yehovah. Come, declare the greatness of our God, the Rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are just. A trustworthy God who does no wrong. He is righteous and straight. He is not corrupt. The defect is in his children, a crooked and perverse generation. You foolish people, so lacking in wisdom. Is this how you repay Yehovah? He is your Father, who made you his. It was he who formed and prepared you. Remember how the old days were. Think of the years through all the ages. Ask your Father. He will tell you. Your leaders too. They will inform you. When Elion gave each nation its heritage, when he divided the human race, he assigned the boundaries of peoples according to Israel's population. But Yehovah's share was his own people, Yaakov, his allotted heritage. He found his people in desert country, in a howling, wasted wilderness. He protected him and cared for him, guarded him like the pupil of his eye, like an eagle that stirs up her nest, hovers over her young, spreads out her wings, takes and carries them as she flies. Yehovah alone led his people. No alien god was with him. He made them ride on the heights of the earth. They ate the produce of the fields. He had them suck honey from the rocks and olive oil from the crags, curds from the cows and milk from the sheep, with lamb fat, rams from Bashan, and goats, with the finest wheat flour. And you drank sparkling wine from the blood of grapes. But your son grew fat and kicked. You grew fat, thick, gross. He abandoned God, his maker. He scorned the rock, his salvation. They roused him to jealousy with alien gods, provoked him with abominations. They sacrificed to demons, non-gods, gods that they had never known, new gods that they had come up later, which your ancestors had not feared. You ignored the rock who fathered you. You forgot God who gave you birth. Yehovah saw and was filled with scorn at his sons' and daughters' provocation. He said, I will hide my face from them and see what will become of them. For they are a perverse generation, untrustworthy children. They arouse my jealousy with a non-God and provoke me with their vanities. I will arouse their jealousy with non-people and provoke them with a vile nation. For my anger has been fired up. It burns to the depths of Sheol, devouring the earth and its crops, kindling the very roots of the hills. I will heap disaster on them and use up all my arrows against them. Fatigued by hunger, they will be consumed by fever and bitter defeat. I will send them the fangs of wild beasts and the poison of reptiles crawling in the dust. Outside, the sword makes parents childless. Inside, there is panic, as young men and girls alike are slain, sucklings and graybeards together. I considered putting an end to them, erasing their memory from the human race, but I feared the insolence of their enemy, feared that their foes would mistakenly think We ourselves accomplished this. Yehova had nothing to do with it. They are a nation without common sense, utterly lacking in discernment. If they were wise, they could figure it out and understand their destiny. After all, how can one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to root? Unless their rock sells them to their enemies, unless Yehova hands them over. For our enemies have no rock like our rock. Even they can see that. Rather, their vine is from the vine of Sodom, from the fields of Amorah. Their grapes are poisonous, their clusters are bitter, their wine is snake poison, the cruel venom of vipers. Isn't this hidden with me, sealed in my storehouses? Vengeance and payback are mine, for the time when their foot slips, for the day of their calamity is coming. Their doom is rushing upon them. Yes, Yehova will judge his people, taking pity on his servants. When he sees that their strength is gone, that no one is left, slave or free, then he will ask, where are their gods, the rock of whom they trusted, who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offering? Let him get up and help you. Let him protect you. See now that I, yes, I am he, and there is no God beside me. I put to death, and I make alive. I womb, and I heal. No one saves anyone from my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and swear, as surely as I am alive forever, if I sharpen my flashing sword and set my hand to judgment, I will render vengeance to my foes, repay those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood. My swords will devour flesh, the blood of the slain and the captives, flesh from the wild-haired heads of the enemy. Sing out, you nations, about the people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants. He will render vengeance to his adversaries and make atonement for the land of his people. Moshe came and proclaimed all the words of this song in the hearing of the people of Hoshea the son of Nun. When he had finished speaking all these words to all Israel, he said to them, take to heart all the words of my testimony against you today, so that you can use them in charging your children to be careful to obey all the words of this Torah. For this is not a trivial matter for you. On the contrary, it is your life. Through it you will live long in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. The same day, Yehova said to Moshe, go up into the Aravim range to Mount Nebo in the land of Moab, across from Jericho, and look out over the land of Canaan, which I am giving the people of Israel as a possession. On the mountain you are ascending you will die, and be gathered to your people, just as Aaron your brother died on Mount Hor, and was gathered to his people. The reason for this is that both of you broke faith with me there among the people of Israel at the Meravat Kadesh spring in the Zin desert. You failed to demonstrate my holiness there among the people of Israel. So you will see the land from a distance, but you will not enter the land I am giving to the people of Israel. How can we learn to love our Creator after this 32nd chapter of Deuteronomy? We can sing to Yehova, maker of heaven and earth. Ask Yehova to plant his words deep in your heart. Proclaim the name Yehova. Declare the greatness of Yehova. Trust in Yehova, the solid rock. Trust that his work is perfect. Trust that Yehova is just. Trust that Yehova is righteous and straight. Pay obedience to Yehova. Trust that Yehova is our Father. Gain wisdom from Yehova. Trust that Yehova is our protector. Take shelter under his care. Follow the directions of Yehova. Trust in Yehova to give you the produce of your land. Cling to Yehova with all your life. Trust in Yehova, our Maker. Trust in Yehova, our salvation. Bring joy to Yehova. Fear Yehova alone. Keep Yehova on the forefront of your mind. Aim to be trustworthy. Trust that Yehova makes all things work together for good for his obedient children. Seek common sense and discernment. Seek wisdom and understanding. Trust in the solid rock of Yehova. Trust Yehova to be my healer. Love Yehova wholeheartedly. Trust that Yahweh makes atonement for the land of his people. Carefully obey, you and your children, the words of this Torah. Trust that Torah is your life. Keep faith and demonstrate holiness. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others to obey wholeheartedly the written words of Yehovah, our Elohim. Bear one another's burdens, we can proclaim the written words of Yehovah to his children. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name on this Friday night Shabbat. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat Shalom.